Venturing into the woods alone at night can be terrifying. But what happens when you encounter someone or something you'd rather never meet? Tonight, we're diving into the 6 most disturbing camping encounters ever recorded. These clips will make you think twice about ever stepping into the woods alone again. Let's delve straight into this first disturbing encounter. This horrifying encounter was experienced by Joe and Elliot, 2 seasoned explorers you might know from their channel, Ghost Theory. Known for their fearless investigations into the paranormal, they ventured into some of the world's most haunted locations. But this time, they took things to a whole new level. Not only were they exploring an abandoned building, but they also planned to camp overnight, an idea that would soon spiral into a nightmare. It's June 1st, 2024, a warm summer evening. Joe and Elliot set out for their latest adventure, an abandoned mental asylum deep in the UK countryside. The asylum, long forgotten and surrounded by a haunted forest, has stood abandoned for over 30 years. The site's tragic history is chilling: harrowing conditions, untimely deaths, and rumors of restless spirits. But little do they know, it's not the ghosts they need to be afraid of. As they trek through the woods, the asylum looms into view, casting an ominous shadow. A strange, chilling feeling creeps over them, but excitement keeps them moving forward. They wander through narrow hallways and crumbling walls before finally finding what seems like the perfect spot to camp.
Hello everybody, so we have found our camping spot.
I hope you're not scared of heights.
No, see, I'm not afraid of heights, but I am afraid of the sudden stop after the plummet of falling.
Yes.
Well, anyway, so we've decided actually that due to the amount of dust and everything, we thought it'd be best to go somewhere where there's quite a lot of ventilation, and where better than outside.
So we're going to the Holiday Inn, just down the road.
Yeah. So basically, we are going to be camping on this lovely roof area.
As they set up their tent on the roof and settled inside, everything seemed almost peaceful. But they weren't here for a relaxing camping trip. No, they were here to explore. They decided to take a walk through the building, searching for the most active room to leave their camera equipment and see if they could capture paranormal evidence while they were away. However, before they could even begin, the disturbances started.
It's also finding the areas that have got the most going on. If we go somewhere and there's constantly activity or something there, you know, to leave a camera there. But we also haven't ever really had a good look around this building.
No.
So,
just soaking in the atmosphere. Hello? Is anybody here that can hear us?
Soft footsteps echo from the lower levels of the building. They call out, but there's no response. The silence was heavy, leaving them to wonder, was someone downstairs, or was it just their imagination? As you might know, Joe and Elliot aren't easily frightened, so they brushed it off and ventured deeper into the building. But it didn't take long before they were met with sounds that made it unmistakably clear. They were not alone.
Did you hear that? No. Okay, listen.
that's people. Good.
Faint voices could be heard coming from the lower floors of the asylum, accompanied by the sound of objects being thrown around. Joe and Elliot mentioned that they're usually not too afraid of encountering other people in these buildings. But this time something felt off, and their instincts were right. They quietly made their way to the upper floors, hoping to stay unnoticed by whoever was lurking below.
That was really weird though.
It was like it was people, but then just went.
But they're just throwing stuff around. Are they? They're like throwing things into the building and shit.
Are they out there?
I can't see them.
I can hear them.
Do you?
Yeah, I don't like it. They were quite.
Because it's not like people have just like come in,
They've
have a look around.
chatting and stuff either.
Yeah, there's just random things got thrown about
Yeah.
from like multiple angles.
Unsettled, they sit in silence, lights off, and switch to night vision mode, straining to listen and pinpoint where the people might be. After 5 agonizing minutes of complete darkness and silence, they decide to move to the other side of the building, hoping to catch a glimpse of whoever is out there. But what they see is beyond terrifying.
What the fuck?
Did you catch them?
They're in army gear. There's 2 of them.
Have they got weapons?
Yeah. They've all got guns and shit.
Are they coloured guns?
Hey?
Are they coloured guns?
No.
Proper like black.
They're proper rifles. Like they're stood like this. They're like this long. They're air rifles.
You're fucking kidding. Like the proper pellet rifles.
They're fucking, they're rifles. Like a sniper. He's got a full fucking helmet on and everything.
That's illegal.
But there's 2 of them sat down there where the entrance is.
That's illegal though.
The boys are frozen in fear as their seemingly peaceful camping experience spirals rapidly into a real-life horror movie. They stand motionless, unsure of what to do, knowing that one wrong move could cost them their lives.
I don't know what they're doing. There's quite a few of them.
How many roughly?
I've seen 4. And they all have guns.
It's clear they are not safe, and the uncertainty of the group's intentions only makes the situation more terrifying. What adds to the unease is the fact that this mental asylum is located in the UK, where firearms are not allowed, making the encounter feel even more sinister.
We need an actual plan, not just a, hi. Do you know what I mean? I feel like we need to put the stuff away, minus these.
Let's go. That's the first plan.
So we've got movement.
Yeah. I'm going to record until we get back to the tent.
Yeah. And then we shout from a window.
Yeah.
So we've got distance.
Yeah.
They might be the nicest guys we've ever met.
So we decided to go back to the tent to put everything away apart from the action cameras, because the action cameras allows us to sneak up to them to determine whether or not they want to kill us. Where are we going?
We've got to confront them from a high place.
So from up here.
Yeah. Go back to that window. Have they gone? Where the f*** are they gone?
No idea.
And so they did. They packed up their cameras and decided to document everything on their GoPro in case anything happened. With the uncertainty of what lay ahead, they made their way through the building, abandoning their tent and focusing on one goal: making it out alive. Little did they know, this was just the beginning of the terror that awaited them.
Fuck was that? What the fuck? Like a fucking machine gun.
Listen though.
Hello?
Is that a voice?
Is that a fucking angle grinder?
But if there's someone here.
Hey?
But if there's someone here now. There's a voice, isn't it?
It's...
As they made their way to the other side of the building, unsettling voices pierced the silence. Once again, they called out, but no response came. Were these people playing a prank, or was something more sinister at play? Not wanting to find out, they stood still, listening carefully, determined not to give away their position. But then, the sounds began to close in around them.
This is some horrible fucking shit. What the fuck are they doing?
That's very fucking loud. I don't know what the fuck to do. I do not know what the fuck to do.
Is that outside?
What?
Is that outside? Shit, fuck.
Fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck this.
What the fucking hell is that?
Loud, unsettling bangs echoed through the building, but they couldn't pinpoint exactly where the sounds were coming from, adding to their growing terror. Why were these people making so much noise? And what were they doing? Elliot and Joe were at their wits' end, unable to think clearly or decide their next move. All they knew was that their only option was to get out. They ventured further, navigating through the eerie, decaying hallways, unsure when the people might strike. But then, it became terrifyingly clear that the armed people were dangerously close.
Is that the end of that corridor? Is that the end of that corridor? Our tent's upstairs still.
to fucking get out of here.
What's going on? We need to get out.
Shit, go. Stop. What? They're nicking the shit.
Footsteps close in, coming from all directions. Joe and Elliot were paralyzed with the chilling thought that the armed people were nearby. They quickly turned off their lights once again, trying desperately to pinpoint exactly where the sounds were coming from.
Fucking tools and everything. Why are they making noise?
The loud noises betrayed the armed people their true position. Joe and Elliot knew it was now or never. Without hesitation, they spirited away, choosing safety over confrontation.
Have we got everything? Not the tent. Fuck the tent.
They fled the building, abandoning their tent, and ran into the darkness outside.
People turn up with guns. Whatever guns, whether they're airsoft, air rifles, whatever, I have no idea. And then whack out with some fucking angle grinders.
The thing is,
he heard his name, whatever. So whatever, have you got the ladder? So they brought fucking ladders in and everything.
how
I don't know.
did they get past?
There are multiple ways into that building.
Yeah.
We must have literally walked around the outside when they came in the other side.
Okay.
We must have. It has to have done.
As they made their way into the woods, adrenaline pumping, they began to process what had just happened, realizing how lucky they were to have escaped unharmed. Once they reached their car, they jumped in and began the 6-hour drive home. During the drive, unsettling questions lingered in their minds. Who were those people? What were they doing there? And most terrifying of all, what were their true intentions? When they uploaded the footage to YouTube, viewers were shocked and deeply concerned for their safety. This life-threatening encounter could have ended tragically. Luckily, they made it out alive, vowing never to return. And honestly, who could blame them? Did you find this encounter disturbing already? Then brace yourself for what you're about to see next. Quick interruption. If you're enjoying this video, why not hit that subscribe button? We're on a mission to hit 150,000 subscribers, and when we do, 3 lucky fans will win a free item of their choice from our merch store. Right now, 73.6% of you watching haven't subscribed yet. It's completely free, and your support helps us make even more awesome videos. So, don't miss out. Subscribe, and let's get back to the video. Introducing Moxley, a well-known figure to many through his YouTube channel, Moxley's Paranormal World. On this platform, he invites viewers to join him on thrilling adventures as he explores forgotten, off-the-beaten-path locations around the world, from eerie, hidden forests to abandoned sites. With a loyal following of thousands, Mox captivates his audience through his unique approach to documenting these suspense-filled explorations, each journey uncovering the haunting beauty of these vast, forsaken places. Yet, one day, Moxley would come to realize just how unpredictable these mysterious locations could truly be. On November 21st, 2024, Moxley stood in the stillness of the secluded Wailing Woods in the UK, preparing for yet another solo adventure. With only his camera in hand, he immersed himself in the serene beauty of the forest, surrounded by the eerie silence of the woods.
Right, Ghost Hunters, so last night I was talking to a good friend of mine who loves to do a lot of wild camping, solo camping and a bit of haunted camping himself, and he said he'd come out to Wailing Woods with a dog walker coming through. He said he could smell something off. It was a musty smell, almost like a blood smell, and he could hear something next to him chomping through the woods next to him. So he took a different path, and it took a path with him, and he said he just had this overwhelming feeling like something was here and something was watching him, and he didn't feel safe.
Moxley ventured deeper into the woods, his curiosity pulling him toward the center of the forest. Locals, particularly dog walkers, often spoke of strange encounters in the area, claiming to have seen a massive shadow lurking within the woods. From a distance, it appeared imposing, but as one drew closer, it vanished without a trace. Tales of skinwalkers and shapeshifters were common, with rumors swirling about their presence. Moxley's mission was clear: to uncover whether these paranormal occurrences were truly happening or if they were merely exaggerated stories meant to scare off campers and hikers. He began the video by walking through the fields, heading towards the woods.
So this is the point where people see a shadow figure walking across and stood, just watching anybody who walks down.
There it was, a place where paranormal creatures could be seen, and the eerie sensation of being watched was unmistakably palpable.
Put the van pod down, make sure it's working perfectly fine. Yep, and I've got the spirit talker.
As soon as he reached that spot, he placed his vamp pod on the ground and set up a spirit talker. However, what came through the spirit talker was nothing short of terrifying.
Can you tell me who you are and why you're out here?
Someone's watching.
Someone's watching. A lot of people who come in this part of the... Appreciation. A lot of people who come into this part of the forest say they feel like they're being watched, like somebody's watching them. In this exact spot where I'm stood, there's been a shadow figure stood here, watching people who walk through.
Harry.
Harry? Was that your name, Harry?
There was a small section of the forest that intrigued him, and as he began walking towards it, something dreadful happened.
I was just heading to this side of the forest, and I heard, but dead loud. It wasn't from the farm, it come from this side.
He heard a sound echoing from deep within the woods, as if someone was watching him, before a chilling whistle pierced the air.
But I definitely just heard a full-on whistle, and it come from this way. It come from through there. I'm just looking, I can't see nothing.
It happened again. He heard a sharp whistle echoing from the same part of the forest. Despite the eerie experience, he decided to keep moving forward without pausing. And then, once again, it came.
If that was you that I just heard whistling, can you do it again? My whistling's pretty bad. Because this is the spot where I think I heard the whistling. Let's do a quick session here. Spirit talker out. Van pod just over there again. Just because this is where I heard that whistling. It was so loud. What the hell is that? There's nothing over that side. What's coming from in there?
I like
Forest.
talking.
You like to talk? You like to scare people as well though, don't you? You like talking? Can you come and sit next to the black device I've got set out? It's got a silver antenna. Can you set that off just to show me that you are here? It's only just started.
Just as he was about to take another step, something far more horrifying happened.
Nice hat.
Nice hat. Can you see me? Can you see what I'm doing?
The spirit speaker grew louder, unexpectedly complimenting Mox's hat. He had a plan: explore the area during the day, then return at night for a more intense, real experience.
It's just gone 9 o'clock at night. I am seriously thinking about my life decisions right now. Yeah, let's get up here. Let's go find our camping spot, set up, spend the night inside.
And so, after 9 p.m., he returned, stepping once again into the darkness. As he walked along the path toward the place he had left earlier that morning, something dreadful took place.
Okay, so I've literally walked 30-40 yards. and I could hear like something moving through the tree line here next to me.
He could sense movement in the woods, as if someone were watching him or quietly following his steps. But as he ventured deeper, he began to realize something unexpected in the shadows of the trees.
I don't believe I'm on my own out here. I was just walking up, getting to this point, and through the trees I could see torch lights flickering through. And the only concerning thing is it concerning? I don't know. But it said nobody will come in here at night. So if somebody else is out here, hopefully they're just doing what I'm doing and trying to camp out for the night. Or they're just going for a late night ghost hunt or explore or just a general.
He saw a flashlight flickering through the trees, sending a chill down his spine. It was almost terrifying, as he hadn't expected any company on this quiet night. As soon as he reached the spot he had discovered earlier that day, he pulled out a necrophonic device. The results were beyond anything he could have imagined.
I'm back at the spot where I got that earlier on today. So let's stand here. Let's use the necrophonic. Okay, I was out here earlier on today. I was speaking to somebody in this spot. If you are here, and it is you that's haunting this woods, can you come and speak to me through this device that I've got in my hand? Can you tell me who you are? Whoa. I told you I was going to come back out. And I was going to camp out here overnight on my own to speak to you. Are you okay with that? Was that you? Who's here? Apparently you like to scare people out. You're not going to scare me out. I'm intrigued. I want to know who's haunting this woodland.
The spirit identified himself as Jackson and, according to Moxley, was screaming in anguish.
If I have to say it's a spooky place, that's an understatement.
As he ventured further into the woods, the darkness thickened and an unsettling silence enveloped him. Yet, just minutes later, something terrifying occurred once again.
Okay, right. It's been taking a few minutes. So I'm walking up this way, up the path, and I heard laughing, then somebody giggling, so full on belly laughing, then giggling, and it come from that way. And I heard it again, but now, that makes me believe that I'm not on my own out here, in other people out in these woods. Or could it be paranormal? Don't know.
By this point, he was certain he wasn't alone in the forest. Someone was definitely out there watching him. Just as he turned to head back to camp, another unsettling event occurred.
I swear I just heard somebody shouting.
Once again, a loud noise echoed through the woods, cutting through the silence. He eventually found the perfect spot to set up camp and began preparing his space. After starting a fire, he brewed himself a quick cup of coffee. However, the night took an unexpected turn when Moxley decided to pull out his spirit talker once more, hoping to uncover the source of the forest's eerie presence. What happened next was beyond belief.
The fuck was that? That was loud, wasn't it? Can you tell me your name? Can you tell me who I'm speaking to? Could be fireworks, that. Echoing through. Definitely sounds like it.
A loud thud echoed in the distance, initially resembling the sound of fireworks. But it quickly became clear it was more like a gunshot. It was unmistakable proof that Mox was definitely not alone.
Can you come over to me, please? I'm going to go in my tent very soon. And chill out, I'm going to put a film on.
Amazing.
Amazing. I'm going to try and get some sleep.
Around.
You try to tell me that you're around here, you're around me. Are you watching what I'm doing?
I like to play games.
So is it you that scares people? You think it's a game? I'm going to have to get some more firewood. Towards. See, I thought I just heard something to my left. Was that you coming towards me? Right, okay. After towards, and what sounded like somebody walking over this side. I've not had anything else.
This was the moment his suspicions were confirmed. There was someone in the woods, the very presence that had been unsettling him. The spirit talker had confirmed it. The night unfolded as he gathered more wood for the fire and enjoyed another cup of coffee. But just before he settled down to sleep, something utterly terrifying happened.
Ian, it sounded like a human walked straight through here. No torch, no nothing, and it has given me goosebumps. I heard you walking through. Can you come and show yourself? I heard walking. Guys, seriously, it was clear as day it was walking. And look how close it was to where I'm camping. I'm literally camping there. There's someone there. If you are, just say hello. I'm telling you, I keep hearing it. I heard it then. It's like somebody's there watching what I'm doing.
He sensed a presence right next to the camp, as if someone was walking through the woods nearby. Calling out loudly to ask who was there, he received no answer. After briefly investigating the surrounding woods, he returned to the camp, decided to watch a movie, and tried to calm his nerves before finally getting some sleep.
Fuck off. Somebody walking. See if there is. They know I'm here. Because of the fire.
Once again, as he sat in the tent watching a movie, he heard the unmistakable sound of footsteps nearby, as if someone was circling the tent. Despite the unsettling feeling, he shrugged it off and continued to enjoy the rest of the night, unaware of the horrors that were waiting for him.
dozed off. Not long, about half an hour or so. And I heard, I don't know what I heard, but I heard something. And I'm trying to describe it. The feeling around me is so heavy. It's almost overwhelming.
He took a nap, only to wake up with an overwhelming sense of being watched. Terrified, he did the unthinkable to calm his growing anxiety.
Okay, if that was you that I heard, or thought I heard, do you want to come and speak to me? If you are here at the camp where I am, come and tell me who you are, tell me your name, tell me why you're here.
Got a device. I've just put it down on my knee. You come and speak into it, then I should be able to hear your voice. Got a device. I've just put it down on my knee. You come and speak into it, then I should be able to hear your voice. That was just me moving it then.
He chose to use an EVP device to determine whether the presence he felt was paranormal or if it was someone else in the woods. When the EVP produced no answers, he concluded that it was indeed a person watching him. He wasn't alone out there.
You want to come and make your presence known? No way. I swear I could hear somebody walking.
I swear I heard walking then. Who's here with me? I heard you.
The moment he called out loudly, he immediately heard movement in the distance. Determined to uncover what was going on, he left the tent to investigate. But with no response, he returned and managed to sleep until 3 a.m. Little did he know the night was about to take an unexpected turn when he stepped outside again at that hour.
Come and tell me who you are. Come and scare me out of here. Jesus Christ, that scared me. Why would you bleeding start now?
This is absolutely insane.
Malice.
Malice. Tell me your name. Tell me who you are. That's all I want. You don't have to show yourself. I just want your name.
So for some weird reason, my camera decided to stop recording and it's literally just said, "We are gathering energy." My camera's never done that before.
That is definitely different. Just as it shut off, it said we're gathering energy. Was that you that shut my camera off then? You just use all the energy from it.
Like mumbling, shouting, coming from in the woods here. It's over that way. And it's what? 10 to 4 in the morning. There we go. hoping the camera's picking that up.
It's definite. I'm not alone out here. This isn't good. Been hearing all sorts of stuff all night.
He could hear movement and sense a presence, but nothing materialized before him. He returned to the tent to try and sleep, but when he woke up, he couldn't have imagined the horror that awaited him.
The feeling isn't nice. There's definitely something paranormal out here. Hello?
Once again, he heard something. Footsteps or movement just outside his tent. Without hesitation, he stepped out to take a quick look, unaware of the frightening surprise that awaited him.
Hello?
He saw nothing, but the branches rustled around him, and distant noises echoed as if someone was walking through the woods. With no visible signs of life, only sounds, he cautiously returned to the safety of the tent.
If there's anybody out here, any spirits still lingering between the trees, there's been many reports of paranormal activity out here, unusual sightings. If you are here, can you come forward, come and speak to me? Felt like somebody was watching me, following me.
I'm upset.
Why are you upset?
Corrupted.
Is that why you're still here, still haunting these woods? You got some unfinished business? I just heard somebody speaking. I'll turn this light out for a minute.
He activated the spirit talker again, but the voices he heard from outside were far more chilling than the device itself. Terrified, he returned to the tent and tried to sleep. The video ends with the dawn breaking as he packs up to leave the Eerie woods behind, still filled with unanswered questions and unresolved mysteries. Ghosts might be unsettling, but at least they don't pose a threat. The living, on the other hand, are unpredictable. You never know if they're carrying something dangerous. Mox couldn't tell if it was a supernatural presence or a person hiding in the woods, watching his every move at first. But the events of that night left no doubt that he wasn't alone. Someone was out there, and the identity or motives of his observer will remain a mystery forever. The same can be said about what unfolded in the next disturbing encounter. Meet Kevin, the adventurous creator behind the YouTube channel KS Blog, known to many for his thrilling explorations of the UK's hidden gems. On his channel, he takes his viewers on a journey to forgotten forests, secluded campsites, and other hidden spots that are far off the usual tourist trails. With a loyal fan base in the thousands, Kevin captivates his audience with his unique style of storytelling, bringing each abandoned place to life with suspense and intrigue. But little did Kevin realize, The places he ventured into were about to reveal just how unpredictable and dangerous they could truly be.
Hi, welcome to another video. Basically, again, this one is just me. I do apologise about the shaky camera just at the moment in the car. But yeah, basically it's just me. I'm not going that far away. It's literally an hour's drive to the North Shropshire Hills, about 50 odd miles away.
On November 14th, 2022, Kevin kicked off his road trip with a drive to a destination he'd carefully planned, ultimately arriving at Carding Mill Valley, located an hour from the Shropshire Hills. Upon arrival, he gave his viewers a tour of the area, showcasing the picturesque waterfall and the surrounding hills. After enjoying a cup of coffee, he prepared for a short hike. However, little did he know, the deeper he ventured into the woods, the more unpredictable his journey would become.
Like I said, the last time we came here, we visited the waterfall, which is up that way. But for some reason, and I don't know why, we ended that way to there's a little reservoir-y bit, I think. And then we ended up actually going all the way over that hill there, back down to get to the place there we wanted. I mean, it was very hard work, but I mean, this was a few years ago now. And that's, yeah. So that's that. I'm just literally just walking just up here a little bit, and that because like I said, I don't want to stop too long here because I want to get to the other bit and get some food in me, really.
He continued walking, unsure of why he had ended up on this particular path instead of another, feeling completely perplexed by the direction he was headed.
You know, as you can see, you know, there's high hills and everything else. There are ones for all different abilities, you know, and like you can see, you just get spectacular views. As I was walking back, you know, you just walk down. Do remember, there are a few houses down there which people do live, so you have to be a bit considerate.
He was savoring every moment of the walk, fully immersed in the experience. Afterward, he decided to head back to his van, where he planned to drive in search of the ideal spot to camp for the night.
Started to drive to where I was actually heading, and literally it was basically just above where we are, where the car park is, and you had lovely views, and it was only about another 10 minutes on the journey because it was up a steep hill.
I mean, it does sleep too and everything else, so I mean, you can see, I mean, I'm not that much, but you get the front, you know, it's comfortable and that. So the one thing I do find easier with a small camper like this is before going to bed, before it gets dark, you get the bed out because it is just full out like that.
After enjoying a meal, Kevin gave a quick tour of his van and made his bed for the night. He then stepped out for a short walk, intending to unwind before heading to bed. However, he never anticipated what awaited him upon his return.
And so, to be honest, I wasn't even going to think about going out, but I thought I've got to just try, you know, because it wasn't that far, you know, uphill, it wasn't that steep.
Oh, I've started walking up just a little bit. The van is just down the bottom there. I mean, it is just open, as in the photography. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous up here. You know, I mean, it's absolutely lovely. But I'm not too sure if I get anything really nice. I mean, it's so cloudy. There's a band just coming through there, but you know, we'll see what we get. At the end of the day, it gets you out, and that's the main thing with this video anyway. Well, I've got to the top, and I mean, the light is illuminating the valley. Absolutely lovely down there. Hopefully I've got a few pictures anyway. I mean, not amazing pictures, but I mean, it is absolutely lovely just to be speaking to two little bike riders and everything else, and they said they're not far away, and they said it's absolutely lovely up here all the time and it never disappoints, and it hasn't. I mean, it lit up the valley absolutely brilliantly, and that. So yeah, I mean, not far a walk. I'm just over the ridge, just down there. So probably about 20 minutes back.
He relished every moment of his walk to the top of the hill. But as the day drew to a close, it was time to head back to the van and settle in for the night. Little did he know, something unexpected was waiting for him.
Right, well, now back into the camper. And like I said, it's a lot easier to set the bed out when, you know, before it's dark and everything, because I go out, so it's not nice trying to fiddle around after you got back from a walk. But yeah, basically got back about 20 minutes ago, just been relaxing a little bit. But yeah, so now it is just enjoying an evening. I've got the tablet as my TV there, and that's just watching that, and yeah, be up in the morning for sunrise. Not too sure which way I'm going to go, probably down the other way.
At this point, Kevin believed he had wrapped up the video, thinking it was the end of his adventure for the day. However, later that night, something completely unexpected occurred, prompting him to grab his camera once more and capture the unusual events that unfolded.
Quick update, it's just after 2 o'clock in the morning, and about 10 minutes ago, it was really weird, something woke me up, and it was pushing against the side of the car, and like knocking into it. It happened for a few minutes, so it woke me up, and it was really weird. I thought, you know, you always think as being car camping, camper van, whatever, it's kids. Because there's 2 other camper vans, there's 4x4, big one next to me, and a Sprinter, I think, near the other side. But basically, you can hear now. I don't know if you can hear this. But yeah. The car, the keys, it's been shaken.
The shaking sent a wave of fear through Kevin, making him feel as though the lock could give way at any moment. Despite the unease, he tried to shake off the feeling and go back to sleep. However, just a few hours later, around 3 a.m., something happened again.
Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning now. It happened another 2 times after I last spoke. But yeah, I think it's either the sheep, because there was a lot of weight behind it, or horses, because I can hear the horses in the back in the distance, not as much as the sheep though. So yeah, it's probably just sheep and that. But like I say, I'm not getting out there. One, I haven't got an exterior light, other than when I turn on outside, and that's
He initially thought the shaking might have been caused by sheep or horses nearby. But what truly left him bewildered was the unsettling sensation that something was actively trying to unlock the door by tugging on the handle. Ghosts may be unnerving, but at least they don't pose a real danger. The living, however, are far more unpredictable. You never know what they might be carrying. Kevin couldn't determine whether it was an animal or a person causing the shaking and trying to break into his van. Too terrified to leave the safety of his van and find out what was happening outside, he was left in the dark. The identity and motives of the one responsible for the disturbance would remain an unanswered question forever. Did you find these encounters unsettling already? Then brace yourself for what you're about to see next. This horrifying video was captured by a boy named Jack. Jack was just an ordinary kid, heading out for his first ever camping trip with his friend Juan. Unfortunately, it would also be his last. It was February 17th, 2024, when Jack and Juan ventured into a forest near their homes. They chose a spot close to the water, hoping to enjoy a peaceful getaway surrounded by nature. Everything seemed perfect, until the evening fell. As the boys sat in their tent, talking about life and enjoying their adventure, Juan suddenly felt something press against his back. Startled, he turned to look out of the tent opening, and what he saw was enough to send chills down anyone's spine. A group of crocodiles lay just outside the tent, their bodies pressed against the thin fabric, seemingly smelling the boys inside. The razor-sharp teeth and unblinking eyes of these predators were a terrifying sight, and the boys were trapped. One wrong move could provoke a deadly attack. How the 2 boys managed to escape remains unclear. The fact that this video surfaced suggests they made it out alive, but the sheer horror of this encounter is enough to haunt anyone. It's a stark reminder of how quickly a serene adventure can turn into a nightmare, especially when nature's most dangerous creatures are involved. Let's delve straight into this next disturbing encounter. This eerie video was captured by Anton, a TikToker known for his love of the outdoors. Whether it's camping, fishing, or hiking, nothing is too extreme for Anton. It was October 15th, 2024, when he set out on yet another camping adventure. His destination this time? A familiar forest near his home. Anton had visited this forest many times before, but his last trip there had not gone smoothly. During his previous visit, he had an unsettling encounter with a man who claimed that the forest belonged to him. Anton knew this wasn't true. The forest was public land, and he had enjoyed its serenity for years. Determined not to let the strange encounter deter him, he returned with a fresh sense of adventure, completely unaware of the danger that awaited him. Upon arriving, Anton began setting up his camp. He pitched his tent, unpacked his gear, and started gathering firewood. Everything seemed normal, a peaceful day surrounded by nature. But as he made his way back to his campsite, he stumbled upon something deeply disturbing.
I wanted to camp in a forest, but a crazy guy is trying to burn my tent. Watch what he's gonna do. He's angry because he thinks it's his forest and he doesn't want anyone to sleep here. But it's not. It's a public forest. And it's not over. Look at what he did after that.
I wanted to leave and I picked up a few things and started walking towards my car, but it completely ruined it.
Oh no. Oh no.
Hey, please, I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
The video shows the man from before, his demeanor more aggressive and unsettling than ever. Clearly irritated by Anton's presence, the man is seen pouring gasoline over Anton's tent. Anton, realizing the danger, attempted to flee. As he reached his car, hoping to make a quick escape, he discovered his vehicle had been completely vandalized. Windows shattered, tires slashed. It was clear that the man was waiting for him. The video cuts off abruptly, leaving viewers with an unsettling sense of dread as Anton is seen running away, his fate unknown. When the video was uploaded to TikTok, it immediately sparked a wave of speculation. Some viewers questioned whether the video was real, suggesting it might be a staged stunt for views. Others felt a genuine sense of horror, believing that Anton could have fallen victim to a dangerous and unhinged individual. To this day, no further information has surfaced about the incident. Anton's account remained silent, and no follow-up videos were ever posted. The mystery of what happened in that forest lingers, leaving viewers to wonder if Anton made it out safely, or if something far more sinister occurred. For now, let's delve into this last unsettling encounter. Meet Frank, a familiar face to many through his YouTube channel, Franco TV. On this platform, he takes viewers on thrilling adventures exploring forgotten, off-the-beaten-path locations across the globe, including spooky, hidden spots like abandoned hospitals, cemeteries, and crumbling skyscrapers. With a dedicated following of thousands, Frank captivates his audience with his distinctive approach to documenting these suspense-filled explorations, each journey revealing the haunting charm of these vast, forsaken places. However, one day, Frank would come to realize just how unpredictable these places could truly be. On the night of February 15th, 2019, Frank stood in a quiet, secluded graveyard, ready for yet another solo adventure. With nothing but his camera in hand, he embraced the serene stillness of the cemetery, alone with the silence of the night.
Welcome back, guys. Thank you for watching Franco TV. Now, today we're going to be exploring an abandoned cabin, just as you saw in the thumbnail. But the little plot twist side to it is that in order to get to this abandoned cabin, we have to go through a graveyard.
He ventured into the graveyard, but his curiosity was drawn to a nearby abandoned cabin, rumored to be the site where its former owner had tragically taken their own life. Not really a place you want to be alone at night, but for Frank, it's exactly his cup of tea.
Jesus Christ. Look at this one. Oh God, I'm getting into it. I'm actually getting further into the forest. I can't even see my car. Oh my God. So those are 2 tombs there. And then look at this huge tree. This is like something you would see in a haunted film.
He started the video by giving a tour of the graveyard, his voice trembling with unease as he ventured deeper, spotting eerie trees and ancient tombstones along the way. The growing sense of dread was palpable, but he pressed on, deciding to explore further into the woods. With no clear destination, he followed the winding path, unsure of where it would lead. As he continued down the path, an unsettling feeling crept over him. Then, out of nowhere, something began to happen.
It's weird because I'm getting temperature spikes. Like it'll be cold and then it'll get really warm and it'll get cold again, or it'll get a little bit cooler or like a little hot. It just depends on where you're at.
As Frank ventured deeper, he felt sudden shifts in temperature. One moment, icy cold, the next, unnervingly warm. These unpredictable spikes made the air feel strange and heavy. As he ventured further into the woods, Frank came across a dirt road and chose to follow it. That's when it happened.
So I'm walking now into this really freaking Slender Man looking forest. And I just heard him moan. But
mentioning that he heard a low moaning sound, it seemed he was not alone. But who else was with him remained unclear.
This place looks ridiculous. See if I can dim the light down so you can kind of... Doesn't this look like some scene from a horror movie?
As Frank pressed on through the forest, he had no idea what awaited him. The eerie atmosphere grew thicker, but he kept moving forward. That's when he saw something that left him frozen in fear.
Oh yeah, Frank. Walking down the forest by yourself would be freaking... Oh, shit. Walking down the forest by yourself would be a great idea. What the hell is that? Okay. What is that? Do you guys see that? What the fuck is that? What the fuck?
In the distance, Frank spotted a moving light. It almost seemed like eyes were watching him. Despite the strange light and its movement, something entirely different caught Frank's attention and made him forget that he just saw eyes moving.
Okay. Holy crap. I see the freaking house. It is literally right there in front of me. It's hidden like right in the forest. I would have never have seen this. It's a legit house. It looks like a log house. It looks like it's like a wooden house.
He spotted the house. With renewed determination, he moved toward it, his heart pounding with anticipation.
Holy crap. Imagine if somebody was still living here and I'm over here walking in on them.
As Frank circled the cabin, inspecting the structure and the area around it, the eerie feeling returned. Once again, he felt that strange shift in the air, an unsettling presence creeping over him, as though someone was watching.
It's getting weird. I don't see any sign of any thing or anyone even being here. It's a big one.
Frank finally stepped into the abandoned cabin, eager to uncover what's inside. But within just a few minutes, something terrifying caught his eye, leaving him shaken.
That's a dead bird.
In the middle of the entryway lay a dead bird. The sight alone was chilling, but the thought of who had killed it, or placed it there, struck fear into Frank's heart. And that's when the night takes a much darker turn.
What the fuck is that?
He felt a movement right behind him, and in a panic, he whipped around to face the doorway. Right after, a chilling sound of a woman singing could be heard. Could there be someone else here with him?
Is there anyone here? Can somebody make a knocking sound to tell me that you're here? But flashlight outside. Oh my god. Alright. What do I do? Because I am far from my car. He's walking towards the freaking house. I can't see anything. Keep him in my sight. Outside the bathroom window. If he comes in this house, I'm gonna have to hide in the closet. Where are you going?
A figure appeared, slowly walking toward the cabin. Frank remained hidden inside, heart racing, as the person roamed around the perimeter, unaware of his presence. To make matters worse, the man entered the house. The creak of the door echoed through the cabin. What happened next left him utterly terrified. Fear surged through Frank as he watched. Time passed, and Frank sat quietly in the dark, the light off, not wanting to reveal his position. But he knew he needed to leave.
only way out is that fat back door. The way I came in. Or through a freaking window. I'm going out the front door.
At this point, Frank knew he had to get out of the house before the man discovered him. But escaping wasn't going to be easy. He knew he needed to be careful, not knowing the man's intentions. The moment Frank saw an opening, he bolted from the house, running as fast as he could, desperate to put as much distance as possible between himself and that cabin. Whoever had been inside wasn't just wandering aimlessly. They were searching. They knew someone had been there. But how? And more importantly, what was he planning to do if they found him? Ghosts may be terrifying, but at least you know they can't hurt you. The living, on the other hand, you never know what their intentions are, or if they're armed. Lucky Frank didn't have to find out and escaped unharmed through his quick thinking. He won't return anytime soon. That's all for today, folks. If you want to see more of this creepy content, click on the video on screen.